The NFL Week 14 Circa Contest Picks edition of the Bottom Line Bombs on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5 to get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with my promo code BOMBS. And now with that.
Bring me everyone. What do you mean everyone?
Everyone!
It's bad luck just seeing a thing like that.
I am not a fucking loser!
You lost it all. No. Yeah. Technically. Technically?
You're a crumb creep. I want to fight you. But you don't have the courage. You're a real crumb bum. Put that on camera. You're a creep.
Who is this guy? He's got like every meme ever produced on the internet. He can knock us out with his memes. And I do. I have tons of memes. I'll just keep memeing them to death until they just surrender because they just can't do it anymore. They don't have the memes that I have.
He was the best guy around.
What about the people he murdered?
What murder?
I'm Lou Holtz, and you're listening to The Man and the Box and the Bottom Line Bombast. Good luck to you.
Welcome to the Bottom Line Bombs. I am your host, the Laddie Daddy Scumbagger Vance, the Bet Detective, the Deli Llama, because I give out good numbers, Marco Valley, the undercover cop, also known as CJ Sullivan, the man in the box. That's right. And we are here recording live Thursday, December 4th from Eagle Rock, California's SGPN studios around noon Pacific. But that's where I'm broadcasting live, where you can join the chat, which I enjoy. If you're watching on X, hop on over to YouTube at Bottom Line Bombs. You can join the chat, just like John, who's here. Bomb. Feach Lamania says, do epic shit. You have to, because it's December. It is now December 4th. I gotta pay rent. December 4th. So that means it's time to get everything done, crammed into the month. This is like when you forget to study for the test. But the test being what we wanted to accomplish all year, and then we'll just do it last second, and you cram all night. So now we got to get everything in by December. I have to run at least 143 miles, I believe, to get my goal in. No problem. By this week. And then I start the next week. Anyway, but yes, we are going to do epic shit here. Thank you for joining us. And thank you if you're listening, wherever you're listening or watching later on in this weekend. Today, we'll talk about the Thursday night football game. It's a good one, Detroit versus Dallas. I'll give out my Circa 5 millions picks, which is 5 picks against the spread. We're doing okay there. We're about 7 games over 500 or so. Not enough for the money yet, but new quarter starts today. This is the first time I will not be giving out a Circa Survivor pick for my $20 and $20 million. Came crashing down with the Ravens last week during Thanksgiving. I am still in some side Survivors, so I'll give out a few Survivor selections, and of course we got a man in the box. But yes, the Ravens changed the whole attitude of this football season when Joey Burrow got them in their 5 turnovers.
You lost it all. No. Yeah. Technically. Technically?
Feach says that was a Nick Sirianni reference, the epic shit, which I did get, but I did not want to acknowledge the Eagles. Thankfully, they don't play till Monday night here in Los Angeles. I will be at the game. Maybe dress as Big Dom. Who knows? Maybe to get on TV. But as far as the Eagles themselves, obviously not that excited for them. Well, it's just, it'll be interesting. I brought it up last time when I keep bringing up Patullo, the offensive coordinator. It's like, well, he's not the only problem. Yeah, I know. We know. But he is a problem. Can we solve one problem? What's the point? I know your car has no engine, but did you see the scratch back here on the pane? Your tail light's out too. So why solve that? Well, let's get the engine back in. Then we'll worry about the tail light. How about that? Anyway, I actually think Sirianni's going to start calling plays himself and just not tell anyone until we have to figure it out with lip reading and cards, stuff like that. That's what they like to do. That's the Eagles like to do, shady shit like that. But anyway, we don't do shady shit. Well, we do. We post all our records though. Kentucky. The Kentucky Better, welcome to the chat. He says, time to make back any losses. That's right. That's what December's for. It's time to chase, make that. You can't lose them all. So December has to be our month. That's what I like to say that. Speaking of which, this is the last week of our merch holiday sale. Your last chance to get any shirt, any stuff in the merch store, including a Bottom Line Bombs, Man in a Box, Bet Detective, all 25% off. Everything is 25% off. Just use the promo code HOLIDAY. Promo code HOLIDAY and hit that sweet, sweet merch store. All right, we are back here doing wide. Going wide, NFL contest. Like we said, it is Thursday Night Football. Let's get right into it. And thank you, Amazon. Jeff Bezos, the supervillain of the planet, who does not come after me for playing that Prime song, unlike other networks and their stupid Monday Night Football song. Amazon, they don't care. They don't care about anything. They don't care about the movies, anything they put out there, because it's just all advertising. This football is just advertising for us to become Prime members. And we do become Amazon Prime members. I'm a slave to it. I'm a slave to Jeff Bezos and Amazon. I admit it. Would I like to support mom and pop? Yes, I would. But mom and pop doesn't come to my door. Amazon does. So I support Thursday Night Football and everything Jeff Bezos does for that. I know it's evil. It's just too damn convenient. I use Amazon as a lost and found now. If I can't find something, I give up after 5 minutes and I'll buy. And I buy something that I already own because I just can't find it. That's how convenient Amazon is. And what am I going to keep looking around where I don't know where this damn charger's at or whatever? Or I could click this button and look tomorrow where I know exactly one will be. I know the exact spot one will be in a box. Brand new. $18. Free shipping because I'm a Prime member. God damn them. God damn them, Amazon. Although I do like when Amazon, because the delivery is great. And they deliver like same day. That's why you pay the Prime membership. Then they try to guilt you. Hey, do you want to take an Amazon day? Maybe take a couple days off. Give our driver less stops. It's very environmental. What? Go to hell. Go fuck yourself, Amazon.
And once again, we apologize for CJ's
language. You're going to lecture me about the environment? That $1 billion corporation and warehouses, you have employee-less factories up there? No. I want it delivered toot sweet. I don't care how many stops he has to make. How about you do something for the environment, Amazon? I want my toilet paper today. Cha-cha. I feel like I'm Dennis Miller there. Anyway, all right, let's get into the game. Oh, I brought up slides. I forgot. I'm going to I made some slides, try to make it visual. Let's see here. Let's put me on the side. Is that good? No. Let's do this. There we go. Bang. There we are. Well, look at that. Absolutely. Go Beeves. Welcome to the chat. He says Jeff Bezos can shove it up his ass and smoke it. How gross is the money he has, where his ex-wife is like one of the richest people in the world just for divorcing him. And she gave it all away. Anyway, all right. Thursday Night Football should be a good one. Dallas at Detroit. Line is 3. Total's 54. Big game. I don't like how these Cowboys are playing well. They are. I don't feel like I'm ready for a world where Dallas is good again and their fans are cocky and they actually have Dak Prescott looks good and they have a chance to make some noise. But they do have to win. Good thing about this is Detroit has to win too. Detroit 7-5, Dallas 6-5-1. This is pretty leveraged position. Now, the Lions are very good off of a loss. Something like 13-1. All the numbers and trends say Dallas. This is weird. This is what we call pros versus Joes. I like this game so much, and I might be emotional. For the first time ever, I'm going to enter this into the contest. This will be part of the Circa Millions, $20 in the $20 million. This is pick number 1. Usually I avoid Thursday night games on the contest just because I do the show here and I don't have time. But this one, I'm like, let's slip this one in. This will be fun. Dan Campbell will rally. Dan Campbell hates the Cowboys, and that's what I like about Dan Campbell. I like a lot of things about Dan Campbell. We all do. But he hates the Cowboys. And he hates that they got hosed a couple of years ago on that lineman not reporting eligible bullshit. They got completely screwed. I like how he doubled and tripled down. He kept going for the 2-point conversion, even though it was like from the 20 after all these penalties. I don't care. Let's prove it. Let's prove a point. Well, you prove a point that you lost. Anyway, when they played him again, he ran up the score on him. So you have Detroit -3 at home. And another thing, the Cowboys, they are playing very well. I'm not going to lie. Their offense has always been good. Pickens has been out of his mind. Their defense has looked a little bit better. A lot better from what they were. But as far as when you compare them to the league, still middle of the road. Oh, they're going nuts with the Quinnen Williams trade. And now Jerry Jones is hilarious. He's doing his victory lap because of the Quinnen Williams trade. Now he wants to act like that. This is who we wanted all along. I like when he just makes up things. And he's a billionaire, so no one's going to question him. So Quinnen Williams, they traded from the Jets midseason. He's helped their defense, along with Kenny Clark with the Parsons trade. He's been playing well, rejuvenized his career, if you will. And he goes, yeah, actually, originally I offered the Jets. I wanted that Williams. He always calls him Williams. You can tell you're an old racist plantation when you just go, that Williams boy. And I'm a 14. They call him properly. It was that Williams. So I like that Williams. I offered him Micah Parsons and a first-round pick for Quinnen Williams. But, it just couldn't work out the salary cap. What? No, you did not. That never happened. That was never, ever a thing. First of all, we would have heard about it. Second of all, that would have been moronic to offer Parsons and a first-rounder. But that's how much I felt. Oh, so you're just admitting that you're crazy and dumb. Not dumb, but bad at his job. And he is very bad at being a general manager. Woody Johnson hasn't replied, but he's going to be like, what the hell? Leave us out of it. That's never a thing. Couldn't get him in our salary cap. We would have worked something out. Who the hell are we paying? We're not paying anyone. So they just make that up. Anyway, but the scheduling is actually a little bit difficult here for Dallas. So preseason, the reason why I'm taking Detroit, and I know Detroit is banged up defensively. Amron is banged up. This is going to be a test of wills, if you will. But I trust the Lions to get off the mat here. They're very good off losses, very good at home. Thursday night game. So the Cowboys schedule, they played the Raiders on Monday night a couple weeks ago. Then they had a short week, obviously, to play the Eagles at home, where they started out slow. They had a great comeback, down 21-0. They got the win. Then they had a short week again, Thanksgiving, where they just played the game of their season and beat the Chiefs. They looked very good. That right there is 3 games within, 10 days, 9 days, and now another week. So now you're adding a 4th game within 17 days. Yeah, they've had the full week because of Thanksgiving, but so did the Lions. They both had the full week. So this is the 4th game the Cowboys are playing in 17 days. Eagles and Chiefs, obviously very tough games for them. They pulled it out. They won. So now to win a 3rd consecutive one, I think that's asking a lot. So you got the Lions off a loss. I want to go ahead put this into contest. Detroit Lions -3, because good God, we can't live in a world where the Cowboys are thinking they're going to the playoffs. We just can't do it. So let's shut this thing down. This would be perfect. Not for injury. Should be entertaining. Dak is playing well. As far as any props there, Pickens over 8.5 does look good. But yeah, we'll bang out a ladder, right? Go Beavs is suggesting a Tim Kennedy ladder. No, I'm not opposed. Not opposed to a Kennedy ladder. We are still talking about this Dallas secondary, which is also very bad. But you know me. And Tom Kennedy, I mean, it's pretty low. That is pretty low. That's usually something I'd really like to get into. I can't believe that's his name. Let me take a look at this Tom Kennedy. And I do like, of course, you know me, C-Generates. I don't mind.
Give it up for the exciting Whites!
But I'm going to go with the other one, Isaac Tesla. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that name or spell it. It's got I don't like names that have capital letters in the middle of them and they go around and there's no apostrophe. What's going on here? But on Thanksgiving, when Amron got hurt, Tesla had 30 wide receiver routes. 30. Jameson Williams had 31. Kennedy had 24. He did find the end zone. So I'm going to go. I think Goff. I think Kennedy's he was a little bit of a Thanksgiving Day treat. I think Tesla, though, does have an opportunity here. 30 yards, I believe, is his total. Or let's see. To get the ladder out of the shed, we'll start at 40 yards. 50 yards is plus 145. 70 yards, we'll skip a few rungs, is plus 331. 80 yards plus 49. And why not a 100-yard game against the worst secondary? One of the worst secondaries in football. Give me Isaac Tesla, the exciting white, 100 yards, plus 1060. Let's get that Tesla ladder, shock it in, put up those Christmas lights. And we'll go with that. That is the first game there. Detroit Lions, come on. You cannot let us down. We need to do that. Anyway, all right. Oh, shoot. We got a new ad read, and I didn't pull up the thing. We just partnered up with Kalshi. It's a real money prediction market. Legal in all 50 states. All 50 states, you can trade tons of markets, sports including NFL, college football, basketball, NBA, NHL, and more. You can even trade props like first touchdowns. Let me, do I have a graphic? I guess I don't. Besides sports, they have tons of other markets, including politics, entertainment, hell, even the weather. Kalshi, you can trade anything. New Kalshi customers get $20 when they use the promo code SGPN. That's Kalshi, Kalshi, promo code SGPN. And we have Underdog. That was a deep breath I just took right there. That was unnecessary. And you're supposed to go through the nose. And that's what they teach you in radio school. But I just did that. So, Underdog's your home for pick'em entries when you can win up to 500x. Pick'em entry I like tonight. I'm going to go. I'll go Pickens over 80.5 yards and Goff over 242.5 passing yards. I think Goff has a big day. And Pickens, he might be the best receiver in football right now. Anyway, Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play $5, just get $100 in bonus funds when you use my promo code BOMBS. All right, now let's get back to business. And by business, I mean the next slide. What do you say, C-Generates? I got another slide to face the cold Cleveland Browns versus Tennessee Titans game. What a game. Between Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders, this should be in UFL in a couple years.
Oh, is there anything better than the UFL? Oh, that was so good.
Feach says Jimmy the Greek would have loved all these exciting white ladders. There's some exciting white ladders, that's for sure. R.I.P. Jimmy the Greek. He just had a few too many cocktails. Yeah, what are you going to do? You put a mic in front of him. Had some cocktails. It was actually that what Feach is referring to. If you don't know Jimmy the Greek, he was the legend. He was on CBS and he got fired for saying a racist comment. How black athletes are faster because of slavery. I don't know, whatever races try to get scientific with their evidence, it's always funny. No, there's an extra bone. You can look at it, be through that. Okay. All right, just get out of the biology course, please, and give us some winners, will you, Jimmy? But I remember that because he was drunk, and it was I think it was like Adam Martin Luther King like dinner or something like that, like in D.C. And as he was saying it, he realized, this is going to be bad. You're not going to record. You're not going to show this, are you? You are? You're a news camera? Okay, well, all right. I guess that was a career for me then. We'll wrap that up. That was fun going to CBS and staying in New York and having credibility. But all right, I'll just go back to the slums and alleys. See you later. Anyway, let's go. Cleveland Browns versus Tennessee. Cam Ward versus Shedeur. Ward, of course, number 1 pick. Shedeur, they thought was going to be the number 2 pick. They were working out all offseason like they were going to be. We all know what happened there. There was all funny videos of them jabbing at each other and going at it. And, it is funny how Shedeur still has way more money just through earnings, too. I'm not even talking about being, the son of Deion Sanders. Just his earnings from NIL and stuff. He has more money than Cam Ward, who has the number 1 pick contract. There's going to be miserable weather. That's why I put snow graphics underneath the helmets. This is exactly what Cleveland does. They drag you down. They play in tough cold weather. This game reminds me of when they played Miami a couple weeks ago or a month ago at home, and they blew them out 31-6. Like, how are the Browns laying this points? How is Shedeur Sanders laying 4.5? Well, he's not, but their defense is. Myles Garrett, Browns defense is amazing, especially at home. They're much better at home, especially in Cleveland weather. Now you have Tennessee coming in. Now, Cam Ward did have the worst game, I think, of his season last week, as he had a couple good games. So I do expect him to bounce back a little bit, but this defense is going to be too much for him. I mean, they bottled up San Francisco at home last week. They crushed Miami. This is what they're going to do. They're going to crush Titans. And by crush, I mean, 26-10, something like that, something gross. There's going to be a lot of fun stuff on Twitter about it, especially in the black Twitter world, the Shedeur world. Like I said, I am out of any Shedeur Sanders commentary. It's like talking about Angel Reese. I don't care what side you're on, pro or against. You're going to get stuff coming at you. So what is the point? No one talks rationally about this rookie quarterback playing. So I think Ward will have to make a few more plays, of course. Stay tuned to the prop show, which I will be doing later on today with Sean and Ryan at 2:30, a couple hours from now, live. Or listen to it when you listen to it on the main show, Sports Gambling Podcast Network. I might dabble in this game because there will be a lot of running. There will be a lot of low scoring. It will be pretty gross. For sure. What is the total in this game? Just for my own sanity here. It's got to be in the low 30s, right? 33.5 mod on. What?
Who is this guy?
Jesus, 33.5. Well, seems right. This weather and this defense. And the Titans are just so bad. And this is why, this line is telling you everything. They're terrible. I mean, they're terrible. They're absolutely terrible. The one game they won was that clown show game at Arizona where it was just absolute follies and foolies out there. Yeah, they played the Texans tight, but I mean, this is a road game. They've been playing better, but they're just bad. They're way worse than anyone. So why even think it? Let's go. Cleveland Browns. Shedeur is about to go 2-1 as a career starter, and mod on will Josina Anderson let us hear about it. Bomb it, Browns. All right, so we have Detroit -3, Browns -4.5. Now we need a couple dogs. We need to get some dogs in there. This is what I got here. New Orleans goes to Tampa Bay. Look at this slide I made there. The 2-10 Saints visit the 7-5 Buccaneers. Line is 8.5, which seems like a lot, to be honest with you. Tampa Bay, and I like Baker. Who doesn't like Baker? I got a nice GQ Baker picture there with him. Remember when Baker Mayfield was doing was it like a Home Depot commercial, some commercial about home where he lived in the stadium? That used to run every single commercial. Every ad break in every game. Like, why are we watching Baker Mayfield's commercial leaving the stadium? What do we do to deserve this? And we liked him. So then he chilled out a bit. Now we like him again. And he's playing banged up. He might get Mike Evans back. Chris Godwin was back last week, who looked good, but he also had some drops. It's just these Bucs. You look at their stats after the games, like they're getting outgained. I don't know how they do it. They do some Buck magic. Occasionally they can win by margin, but very rarely. Now these Saints, they were written off last week because it didn't look like they were actually trying to play football anymore, which is a problem. And it's definitely a problem. I realize that now, that I will be supporting a team that may or may not be actively trying to play football. They were getting shut out last week at Miami at halftime, but then Tyler Shuck woke up. I'm a Shucklehead. I'm not going to lie. I don't mind Tyler Shuck. He makes passes where you're like, okay, well, I see what someone saw on him. Like you can see he is got NFL quarterback quality. Now he's not consistent, obviously, and I'm not saying he's good right now, but he does do things that you're like, okay, he can do something. And the Saints team, they should have won. Chris Olave catches that ball. They beat Miami. 8.5 for a divisional game. Seems like a lot just for Tampa. I just don't trust Tampa Bay to lay this many points and get the job done because, I mean, hell, they could have lost Arizona last week. If you look at they're getting out box scored in all these games. They're still banged up in the defense. This is also one of the most aesthetically displeasing games. I never like watching this game. The Saints will be in their black unis probably, and the Tampa Bay in their whites and oranges. It's a lot of patels. It feels like a condo down there in South Florida in Tampa Bay. You feel like you're an old Jewish lady watching this game with all the weird color schemes and sun and just hitting the brakes. Not a big fan of the game. Luckily, I won't have to watch it, but we will be playing in on these New Orleans Saints. We got Devin Neal pushing in there. I'm trying to think what else. What else is happening there? Maybe they're excited about the Lane Kiffin stuff. Speaking of Louisiana, I don't talk too much college on here on the Bottom Line Bombs. I do the college football experience pick show with Picks Dundee and Moneyline Mac. We did it last night. So I usually throw all my college picks in there. And I know I talked about Lane Kiffin last week, but last show, I mean, and how fun it is, how everyone hates Lane Kiffin now, as well as he should. It's fun. But I would have loved if Lane Kiffin just said, listen, I know I made a promise these kids at Ole Miss. And I know LSU, the program might be a little bit better, blah, blah, blah. But I just do not want to live in Mississippi anymore. Okay? That's why I'm going. And I'm going right now. I can't stand another second in the state of Mississippi. Louisiana, I don't even know what they do over there. Some French culture, I don't care. As long as it's not Mississippi, that's what I'm doing. So maybe they're pumped for Lane Kiffin's coming over there. Let's go, Saints. Let's go. 8.5. Let's buy. Kentucky better toss Taysom Hill 2 touchdowns. Listen, every week we're on Taysom Hill 2 touchdowns, and it will happen. It definitely will happen. They're not going to be able to run the ball much against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's got a strong run defense. But I believe Shuck will be able to throw. I believe they'll be able to keep up with them. Listen, 27-20, whatever it is. I don't care. You don't have to win the game, Saints. Keep your draft status. I'm not saying mess up your draft status. And, just keep it fair, if you will. Keep it fair. All right. Should we... Let's see. We gave out Detroit -3, Cleveland -4.5, Saints +8.5. So we got 2 more, and then Survivors and Man in the Box. Maybe I should do an ad read here. Let's do a little Novig real quick. Then I'll get into the other 2. Then we'll see where it goes from there. All right, Novig. Let me tell you about Novig here. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. That's the new buzz term. It's not gambling; it's sports predictions. So feel free to empty your account. Novig, you're getting the best prices. It's available in 35+ states. You download the app. You get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. Get on the action with Novig promo code SGPN. Also brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm's gonna bet you. Rhythm's gonna bet you. Rhythm's gonna bet you. With props. Rhythm has crushed the NFL this season, especially on props. Really been good at identifying when to fade players and way to take those unders. College basketball's up and running with 300 schools. Rhythm has predictions for every game every night. Pairs nicely with the daily TCE shows with Matt Colby and know every game. You're prepared. Super easy. Sign up, run predictions off the house model, or make your own play with sliders. Many sports and holidays. That makes it easy to get elite prediction on a game so I can focus on other sports. Am I supposed to be making this my own? I just realized that. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll mention a Rhythm prediction they like for tonight's game. They like under 54. They like the Lions. Let's see what props they have, though. They like Javonte Williams under 65.5 rushing yards. All right. Not bad. Not bad at all. Use promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm and use promo code SGPN25. All right. We are back here on the Bottom Line Bombs. That was just the ad reading me. Thank you, everyone who's in the chat. Of course, make sure you subscribe. Hit the thumbs up on the YouTube. You don't need me to tell you that. You guys know to do that. You hit the thumbs up on YouTube. You subscribe on Spotify or iTunes or wherever your pods are told, and on YouTube. That way, you get to see not only the Bottom Line Bombs a couple times a week, you get the Three Generate Show, which I believe is recording live later on tonight in a couple hours. Me and Hannibal Burris and Kevin Bozeman as we come into the final quarter. But the only way to get that is if you're subscribed to the Bottom Line Bombs and you are looking live. All right, let's move on to game number 4 then on the Circa Million contest. Probably the game of the week. Chicago at Green Bay at Lambeau Field. You have Bears, Packers. Bears, number 1 seed in the NFC. They're 9-3. The Packers are 8-3-1, a half a game behind them. Line is 6.5. Packers are favored. These Bears, I'm just never gonna learn my lesson with them. I can't stop fading these Bears, and I can't stop losing trying to fade these Bears. I just keep going after them. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's because of their numbers. You look at the numbers, their defense is 29th in the league, or DVOA, on plays that don't end in turnovers. But that's the rub. They get turnovers a lot. But the Packers don't really turn the ball over. They've only turned it over 7 times all year. Jordan Love, how do you mess him up? You get pressure on him. The Bears, second last in the league on generating pass rush. This has to be the game where the magic stops, right? Can these magical Bears stop? Can the math one time work?
It's 100% a go. It's 100% a go. In all analytics and all data, it's 100% a go.
Caleb has been he's been a willing runner. That's been good. He makes conservative decisions, I guess is good. You want to call it. Doesn't make really aggressive decisions. He's been inaccurate. But they have ran the ball well. You have to give them credit for that. They ran all over the Eagles last week. They bullied them. Their design was well. Ben Johnson's run design was pretty impressive to me. And I never really saw the Eagles defense get ran over like that this year. And they were. That being said, the Packers have a very good defense. And at home. This thing has to stop. And then we got a great rivalry, of course. You have the Wisconsin-Chicago rivalry. You already got the brats versus hot dog rivalry. Oh, my God, these Midwest rivalries. The Chicago-Wisconsin rivalry is a little disheartening because a lot of them live in Chicago. They all live in Chicago. All the Midwest rivalries happen in Chicago because that's where they go to live. They want to get the hell out of their towns. It's Emerald City. The guy who wrote Wizard of Oz said Chicago was his Emerald City. That's what they were talking about. All the Midwest, they go to there. It's the only place to go there. And it will be cold, but they do know cold. No worries. 6.5 seems like a lot for a rivalry game, especially for the 1 seed. It's funny, out of all the teams up there in the playoffs right now, they have the lowest chance to make the playoffs. I mean, 70%. They're going to make the playoffs, the Bears. I'm not saying they're not. Because they have belief. That's what the analysts say. When they don't know how to do the math, they're like, they have belief. They got vibes. They know what to do. Ben Johnson's taking his shirt off. Oh, my God. And I do root for the Bears to do well, but the Bears fans themselves, they get so delusional so fast. It's insane. I'm not saying they shouldn't enjoy this. They should enjoy this. And it's 9-3. It's incredible. But it has to come crashing down. The Packers are finally playing good football. This is just a bad matchup. Now, what's weird is these guys play each other like in a week. Not next week, but then right after. It's like a double header almost. They play on a Thursday night. They play like in 15 days or something like that, or 10 days. After this game, I mean. Yeah, 10 days after this game. So that'll be bizarre. Maybe that'll be the spot to get the Pack, though. That'll be cold. The coldest game I've ever been to, C-Generates, well, I don't know if that's cold. It's one of the coldest games in recent memory that I can remember. I was living in Chicago, and we went to the NFC Championship game, the famous Jay Cutler riding an exercise bike game, which the Bears almost pulled off when Todd Collins came in there. But the Packers won because that's what they do, especially when they have Aaron Rodgers. That's what happens. The Packers win, Aaron Rodgers wins, and you lose. You're the Bears. Although Caleb beat him last year in Lambeau. Something to think about. I'm not, because I'm taking the Packers. Bomb it. But it was the NFC Championship game. It was 18 below, something insane. It was fucking... Sorry about that one.
And once again, we apologize for CJ's language.
It was polar vortex time. If you don't know what that is, neither did I, is a term that came up, I believe, like 10 years ago. They just started announcing it like we should know what it is on the news. Like, hey, Bears fans, if you go to the game, you might want to bundle up. The old polar vortex is coming down. What? The hell's that? Oh, you don't know what the polar vortex is? Yeah, sure. Let me just explain it to you. It's just when the weather that's normally in the Arctic, where nothing can live, decides to swing on down to Chicago for the weekend, grab a deep dish, check out the museum, and kill a few homeless people. That's what it does. Don't worry about it. If you got a home, use it. If not, you're going to die. It's no big deal. It's just, one of those weather things. What? You can't just make up a term. Just make up a term halfway through my life and just act like it's normal. Yeah, the old polar vortex killing people. Get inside. Also, don't give any of those homeless people money because they're acting. And they're going to die. For anyone who got upset at that, just remember your God did this, not me. All right? Your God created these polar vortexes and these economic disparities. That might have gone a little over the top. But I'll learn.
What are we good at? Have you found something that you can build on in identity with this team?
No.
So then I went to the game, and it was absolutely terrifying. We were up top. I mean, that was like when you bring whiskey into that game, they're like, they would encourage it. They would not even search you and take it out because you needed to live. You understand how cold it was out there. You would go bar to bar. I mean, bars would have to let you in, or you would die. You couldn't be outside for more than 20 minutes. Like that's how you become an alcoholic out there in the Midwest. Like, well, all right, I guess I'll let you in if I know we're closed, but I also don't want a dead body on my doorstep here. Who knows how long the city will take to get rid of that. So we're going to go Packers. -6.5. I'll learn one of these days not to fade these Bears, these magical, lucky Bears who just keep on doing it. But we'll take the Packers -6.5. And finally, for the fifth game in my Circa Millions, let's go out to the desert where the Arizona Cardinals may or may not be hosting a game against the Los Angeles Rams. As you know, C-Generates, I do not believe these late afternoon games in Arizona occur. I don't think they're real. I think they're simulated. I think they're on film. I think there's actors. I think there's crisis actors. I don't even know if the stadium exists. The roof comes off. The floor comes out. Nobody sees these games. And again, nobody will be seeing this game this week because everybody will be watching the Packers-Bears. But they'll cut the replay. They'll cut the highlights. Oh, here's a Puka Nacua touchdown. Hey, guys, create a Puka Nacua touchdown. I don't know. Let them run it. I don't know. It seems like they're making it up. And these Cardinals, their results are obscene. Their stats are obscene, and yet they don't win. But they do come close sometimes, and that's what we're looking for here. That line is actually wrong on the Cards. 8.5. The Rams are favored by 8.5. There's Sean McVay lounging. Now, McVay in December is a problem. They do very well. He's like 12-3 or something last 4 Decembers. He's great. But the Cards' back door is open. Are Redbirds real? I believe all they have to do is write down the script, get it in there. Jacoby Brissett, his jersey's in the Hall of Fame. In a game they lost by 20 points a month ago. What a bizarre Hall of Fame presentation that is. Bringing your kid around the Hall of Fame. Hey, Dad, what's that? Oh, that's Jacoby Brissett, son. Oh, you don't know about Jacoby Brissett? Yes, he was a journeyman backup quarterback. Solid veteran, no. He'd fill in a pinch, you know. He'd calm the ship. And in a game, one glorious game against San Francisco, he threw the ball 57 times, and that's the most anyone's ever thrown it. Or he completed it 47 times. That's what his most completions. 47 completions. Wow. Did they go to the Super Bowl? No, they didn't go to the Super Bowl. Did they just lose? No, they weren't good at all. They had 3 wins, and they actually lost that game by 20 points. But look at that. That's history. There it is. Just bizarre. Anyway, so we're talking about the ultimate soundstage, fate creation of Arizona, Los Angeles Rams. Now, the Rams are all going to be able to run the ball. If that's in the script, Arizona, not interested in running the ball. Pass rush could be a problem. Who knows? But McVay, LA actors, let's go. These Cardinals have been playing tough. Like I said, they should have won. They could have won Tampa Bay last week. Seattle, obviously not that great. This is playing with fire. Probably the one I like the least. But you got to get risky. It's December. We got to start making up for stuff. Let's take these Cardinals plus 8.5. Bomb it. So that's a balanced card, I believe. There, see, generates there. Just to summarize my Circa Millions entry, which is 6 games over 500, 3-2 last week. We're taking Detroit -3 tonight versus Dallas. Cleveland -4.5 versus Tennessee. New Orleans +8.5 versus Tampa Bay. Packers -6.5 versus the Bears, and Arizona +8.5 versus the Rams. 2 big dogs, 2 small faves, 1 mid fave, and 1 long fave. No big. That's a nice balance. Kind of balance. Other games, since I do have a little bit of time, that almost made the card, but I didn't pull the trigger on it. If you guys want to know, I do like, of course, my Jacksonville Jaguars.
Duval.
Who are getting a point, I believe, versus the Colts at home. It's a big, huge game for the division. Obviously, they haven't played each other yet. The Colts, you could say the Jags are going in one direction, Colts are going the other. Colts really aren't falling off the cliff. They're in game still. But my analysis on that one is Daniel Jones still has a broken leg. They won't call it a fibula or whatever it is, but that's what a broken leg is, a fibula. Like, well, he's rested. It's getting better. It's getting better. Is it broken or not? Yeah, it's still broken. Okay, well, it's not better. If you saw him, he can barely move around. He's still making throws. They're still a good team. And you never know what you're going to get with these Jags. But Josh Hines Allen, who I have several Defensive Player of the Year and lead the league in sacks tickets futures, which would have been a great bet if Myles Garrett did not exist. He's been on a heater. He has 19 pressures in his last 2 weeks alone. He's going against Daniel Jones with a broken leg.
It's 100% a go. It's 100% a go. In all analytics and all data, it's 100% a go.
So the Jaguars did not make the card, but they'll definitely be a personal stash. I'm letting you see Jenner's get as parts of personal stash. A couple other ones I couldn't pull the trigger on. Raiders plus 7.5 versus the Broncos. You can't back these Raiders. Same with the Falcons getting 7 versus Seattle. Tough one. Texans Chiefs at night. Can we trust these Chiefs? Andy Reid had a bizarre quote. He said he's going to tickle everyone's tonsils with their play calling. What? Andy, we do not want to hear anything remotely lewd from you at all. You're Andy Reid, okay? Like when your uncle makes an inappropriate joke. Whoa, we don't want to think of you as any kind of sexual being. What are you doing? Stop it, Andy Reid. So I don't mind the Chiefs there, but they have offensive line problems, and the Texans' defensive line is obviously ferocious. Daniel Hunter is my other Defensive Player of the Year ticket. Another one that would have been great if it wasn't for a guy named Myles Garrett. Steelers-Ravens is a big game. You can't trust either one of those damn teams. They stayed off the card. Bengals-Bills, great game. Joey Burrows and Bengals 5.5. You might be getting Burrow in the Bengals low. Who knows? I'm out of the Joe Burrow business after he knocked me out of Survivor. I had to take a break for him. So those stayed off the cards, but they're ones I did look at. Commanders-Vikings, I have no idea what's going on there. Vikings are favored by 2.5. What? Why? Did JJ McCarthy's coming back? Okay.
That's not the answer.
Dan Quinn, they almost beat Denver last week. I don't know if you saw there's new Hard Knocks, in-season Hard Knocks. You can tell they know the cameras are there. I mean, they were really playing it up for it. So after they lost in overtime to Denver in the locker room, Dan Quinn goes, "We may have lost, men, but we are no longer lost."
It ain't gonna work, buddy.
Yeah, no, don't give me that bullshit. Turn your goddamn hat around, Dan Quinn. We still have only 3 wins, right? Yeah, still that, but we're not lost. Before, we were aimlessly walking around the mall. Now we know exactly where the Suncoast video is if we ever want to meet up and still lose. Anyway, those were entries here. All right, so let me, you know what? I'll give you guys a Survivor. Why not? Even though the $20 or $20 million is gone. I am in a couple Survivor and a couple smaller ones, obviously not with the Circa. One with our man Ruben here. There's only 4 of us left. We all have Tampa Bay. We probably all will take it. I'll take Tampa Bay. It's a decent spread if you haven't used them. Like I said, Tampa Bay wins. I like the Saints plus the points, but Tampa Bay should win that game. If they do not, a nice swerve, I think you have to go with Cleveland. I really do. I mean, you gotta fade these Titans. Obviously, if you've used all the other ones. Packers is definitely a choice we would have been using if we were still in Circa. This is where we were going to use Packers versus the Bears because we had Tampa used up and Denver and all that stuff. Or probably Cleveland. Actually, you know what? I mean, Cleveland's a solid play here just to play in the underground. So, and I'm one of the websites on the equator that does it. There's like 300 or so, and I have Tampa Bay available. I'm taking Cleveland just to zig and zag because why not? Mix it up. Once you lose the big one, who cares? Just all to the wins. All right. So that is a Survivor. Good luck if you're still in any. If you're still in the Circa Survivor, where there's only 45 people left, congratulations. I don't want to hear from you. I'm just kidding. If you want strategy, I'll help you out. But I do not want to sweat and care who wins any of that stuff. All right, let's get into the box. Yes. All right. Thank you, everyone who did listen and watch for today's Bottom Line Bombs. I'm your man in box here. So make sure you hit the thumbs up on the YouTube there. Make sure you subscribe on iTunes, wherever. Spotify. Leave a comment on Spotify or reply, leave a comment on reviews on iTunes. Spotify Wraps came out yesterday. That was big. Everyone to post their Spotify Wraps, which is a weird algorithm, which it tells you exactly what you listen to on Spotify all year round. It's like a year-end list. How many minutes? What was your favorite songs? What was your favorite albums, podcasts? Then they show a little gift, a little video. You know, your artist congratulates. Thank you, you know. And then people post it. They want to show how cool they are, I guess. Or I've always said, even though it is data, Spotify, when you post those lists, that's what you want people to think you are. You know, your best self. The image of oh, look at my Tame Impala playlist here, or whatever the fuck. I don't know any cool bands. I used to say Modest Mouse. I've now replaced that with Tame Impala as a hip band. You know, and it's cool. You have all these things, different genres. Oh, my listening age is 26. That's diabolical too. The listening age. Someone was like, you listen like someone who's 71. Jesus. I was actually 29, my listening age. But I'll get into that in a second. Anyway, point is, the Spotify list of all the cool stuff you listen to, that's who you want people to think you are. It's not who you really are, though. Who you really are is Shazam. That's the list I'm interested in. Show me your Shazam list. That's who you were born to be. That's how God made you. That's when no one's looking. You open up that window. It's like a porn window. Your innuendo window. No one's going to see here. What is this song? I need to know. I mean, that's who you are. Okay? You can't run from that. You can't run from. Let's open up that hood. See the Taylor Swifts in there. Chaseaholic. Welcome to the show. He says my listening age was 67. That's fucking amazing. Oh my God. You were listening to AM radio. Chaseaholic, who is a musician. Well, here's the thing with that. And Shazam, by the way, like I said, that's who you really are. Spotify's who you want to be. When they showed me that Spotify list, I swear to God, I didn't recognize like half the artists on there. I'm like, oh, did I listen to this? Okay. If you tell me so, Spotify machine, I don't remember this. Oh, yeah, now I know the song. I still don't know who they are. But it's nice of Spotify and these machines to humor us and act like we have a choice in what we're listening to. I haven't chosen a song or an album with my own conscience in probably 16 years. That's a little bit much, but 8 years. Whatever they recommend, all right, I'm listening. I don't know. I used to know cool music. We all did growing up but it takes work. I'm not going to put the work in to know it's cool. I don't care. You tell me, robot, what are people listening to? What would I like? I don't make any decisions. I go to a restaurant, a phone tells me that I've been here. Great. What did I get? Did I like it? Now I got in a fight with the manager. Okay, should I get out of here? Probably. All right. Just tell me what to like. I'll do it, Spotify. I swear to God, whoever my most listened to band was, they gave me the thank you. I didn't know who they were. I really didn't. They didn't say who they were either. I was supposed to know because I was their number one fan. I was in their percentage or whatever. And then also their feed, their rhythm is if you do put in a song, this is what I'll do. I'll Shazam a song. Like, oh, this is a good song. I remember hearing that. Then I look at it. Oh, what is it? Cage the Elephant. Okay. So then I put that into Spotify. See if I can play that, put it on the list. And then it just starts recommending all these other goddamn Cage the Elephant songs. Now all of a sudden they're in my top 5 bands. I didn't listen. It was a moment's passing. It was 5 seconds. You did the rest. You auto-filled my sheets. Now you're telling me now I'm getting concert ticket offers from them. Yeah, did you know Cage the Elephant's coming in your neighborhood? No. Yeah, I'm not going to go see them. I like that one song at the grocery store for 30 seconds. That was good. And now I can't get away from them. No slander to Cage the Elephant. They're a fine band, but, you know, whatever it is. YouTube, forget about it. Oh, my God. Don't do that. I swear to God, I YouTubed a System of a Down video 4 years ago, and I can't get them off my recommendations. Nothing but, oh, you want to see their death metal? You want to see their concert in India? No. It was just one song I couldn't get out of my head. YouTube, Jesus.
Goddamn son of a bitch.
So machines, take over. Tell us the way. I don't care. Wrap it up. But I would say, let's see the Shazam list. Oh. Feach says Spotify just bought Shazam. Good God. I thought we all hated Spotify, right? With the podcast things, or they don't pay their star talent or whatever. Didn't Neil Young go against them? I don't know. All those companies are evil. I know that. But I know I'm not fighting them. That's for sure. You want to rip songs off? You want to do whatever you got to do? You do what you got to do. Channing Brown, welcome to the chat. He says, damn late. I know. I apologize. The timing is confusion. On Thursdays, I usually do an hour earlier at noon Pacific because I do the prop show later on and then the 3 Generate show afterwards, which will be coming up with Hannibal Buress and Kevin Bozeman tonight. And on Mondays, I go on at 1 o'clock Pacific because the scheduling works out for the studio. So that's 1, then 12. So get a good rewatch in. It's fine. I'm not going anywhere. There's some visual slides for you, all kinds of things. So, but I will say the listening age was a fun wrinkle they put into it, the Spotify thing this year. Just a way to insult or compliment you, whatever it is. Someone said on Twitter yesterday, her listening age was only 19, you sick fuck. That's pretty funny. Good old pedophile joke.
And once again, we apologize for CJ's language.
So that will do it for that. Yeah, I don't know how to find new songs or create new songs or new playlists or if they're downloaded. Or I don't even know. That's the thing. I barely know how to listen to music, let alone what music to listen to. I'm playing through portable speakers and shit. But what am I going to do? Go back to vinyl? Am I going to be one of those guys? I don't have 40 thou just to blow around just to be act like I give a shit about these vinyl records. I was at a party the other day where they broke out records. We're all listening to records. Listening to records. What was this, 1974? Now it's back now. It's cumbersome. It takes up the entire living room, and it's extremely expensive. Oh, this is great. Cool. I'll listen to 30-second samples on my phone. That'll satisfy me. I'm not even going to buy the song for 99 cents. I'm just going to listen to a 30-second sample, a preview, if you will. I'm like, no, I'm good. I got you. System of a Down. Oh, man. Anyway. Jeff Bezos.
He's a hoe, and I want that known.
He certainly is. So enjoy the Thursday night football tonight. Let's go Detroit Lions. -3, our first pick in a Circa Million entry, all the fives and the survivors. Thank you, everyone, for listened and watched today on the Bottom Line Bombs. Like I said, I'm CJ Sullivan. Follow me on Instagram at CJ Sullivan was taken _ in between each word, or on X at CJ Sullivan _ YouTube, Bottom Line Bombs. TikTok at CJ Sullivan, period, I think. I don't know. You know how to find shit. Thumbs up, like and subscribe, 5-star review. Tell 50,000 of your friends, and tell 50,000 of their friends. And we'll get something going. Hey, if you're in the Long Beach area this weekend, which I doubt a lot of you are, according to the data that I've watched and viewed, I will be at the Laugh Factory in Long Beach, California, Saturday night, 7 o'clock show. Come on out to Long Beach. It's a much better town than when Chase used to live out there. Oh, boy. Since it's a request from Channing Brown and Chaseaholic.
He was the best guy around.
What about the people he murdered?
What murder?
I appreciate it, fellas. I appreciate it all there. So, all right, that's going to do it for today's show. Good luck. Enjoy. Things like that. I can't help. Prop show coming up in an hour and a half on Sports Gambling Podcast Network with Sean and Ryan and the three generals from Hamble Burris, Kevin Bozeman. I got to stop doing this. I got to stop repeating what I said because when I do the AI chapters, now I'm going real on. They'll talk about what I'm talking about now and it'll not make sense. But what am I going to do? Manually do it? Like I said, the robots have taken over. I've submitted. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's win. Click.